Satan, and I have friends in low places, and I brought them all here today.
Yay.
We are loud and proud on the Corpsepaint show, and there's no one louder than Miss JENN O. Cide,
Hi, I'm a delicate little flower.
who is in town from Las Vegas. Is that still where you live?
Well, I still live out of my suitcase. I've been traveling since I was last with you guys last year.
You went to Europe, didn't you?
I did.
You were all over.
Yep. That's the goal.
Yeah, and you're performing at events and crazy things and...
Do weird shit in weird places with weird people. That's the goal.
I think that's what your little header is here.
Freaks and fetish. That sounds like a bunch of freaky shit. I don't know.
Tell us about it. We like freaky shit.
We do. Good? You sure? You guys are into it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As long as everybody's comfortable. Like, Freaks and Fetish tonight is the 10th anniversary of an event that's been happening, believe it or not, for 10 years. That's what a 10th anniversary means. Can you tell that the Red Bull that I butt chugged hasn't quite kicked in yet? And we're going to have suspension performances. We will have live burlesque sideshow. We've got performers coming in from all over the country, and it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Are you the MC? Sort of.
What would make you think that I would be the loud one talking?
Yeah,
What gave it away?
I don't know, man.
I'm going to be doing some sideshow, and I'll be talking smack the entire night through.
Yeah. All right. So we've got the link, but also right behind us there is the that cool photo you've got on your Facebook. So we just snatched it and put it up there, Freaks and Fetish. So there's some butts. You want to tell us about the butts?
I'm just going to do the look. See, can I match my own face?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, that's me. So the butt on the top left, that is the utterly gorgeous butt of Miss Courtney Crave, who is not only the producer of Freaks and
There we
Fetish, but she is also performing this evening. Doing, I don't want to give too much away. I really think if you're in the Dallas area, you're batshit if you don't come and check the show out. But she's going to be doing a suspension performance. She's also an aerialist and a burlesque dancer and pole dancer and instructor on all these different things. Like, she really is the cream of the crop. So that's the top left butt. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't look. I'm touching a butt.
Put your finger in there.
Well,
Come on.
I would never.
No,
okay.
look.
They're just touching.
Yeah.
Okay. Now over here.
Oh yeah.
That butt, my friends, belongs to the one and only Roxy D. Light, who comes to us from. You guys call yourself the Big D here in Dallas, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I thought that was Detroit. Damn it. So she's coming to us from Detroit. She has won so many awards that when I asked her, like, well, could you give me a list of like some of your top awards? She was like, do we have enough time? And she wasn't being catty. She was just like, honestly, like, oh, well, which awards? You know, she's amazing. She's one of the producers of Theater Bazaar in Detroit. Yeah, she produces the burlesque stage there.
What is she doing tonight? Do you know?
Well, again, I don't want to give it completely away.
Gotcha.
One of her acts is brand new, and it involves sexy rope tying and gorgeousness. I think she's calling it Shibari. Okay. All right. And then the other act is a brand new thing so she's debuting it tonight. Never before been seen anywhere in the world. So Freaks and Fetish thankfully gets to see that.
All right.
Woohoo. And then that knot butt. God, my other right. That knot butt right there. Boop. That is the amazing Fleck, who is also here from Detroit. He's doing an act here tonight that is the only other place on the planet that you can see it, the only place you can see it on the planet in its full form is in Detroit at Theater Bazaar, which is this insane yearly event that is the coolest thing in the entire world. We're adapting it and we're changing it and we're making it Dallas. I don't know how else to say it.
Add the cowboy hats or something.
Or something.
All right.
Or something. It's going to be good. But yeah, that's our three main performers, and then I will be lifting things with parts of my body that are probably better.
We saw you last year at Freaks and Fetish.
Yeah.
JENN O. Cide.
Yeah.
And we saw you lift weights with your private parts.
Indeed.
And I don't know how you got.
Oh, sorry, I'm kissing the wrong muscles.
I mean, what an act! I mean, that's just incredible. It's
ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah.
And so, look, all right. So first, It's at the church,
Yep.
which is the Lizard Lounge, which
Yep.
is Dallas, Texas, which is Deep Ellum.
Indeed.
Yeah, Swiss Avenue, right? And so it's open to the public.
It is. It's 18 and over, which is really cool. I think that's awesome
Yeah.
that there's 18 and over, plus it sells booze.
Can you
and
bring your camera?
I believe so. I believe you can
Yeah.
bring your camera, and as long as you're cool and you find me on Facebook or Instagram and you send me some pictures, take all the pictures you want, man. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And doors are at 9 o'clock, and our performances start about 10:30. So please come get absolutely batshit with us, because that's going to be...
Yeah, yeah. David Fletcher is here from Dallas Observer.
Hey, how's it going?
We love the Observer, man.
Great.
The only paper that really can get in depth on any story, can it? Can it?
Yeah.
I don't know. My
I mean, that's
opinion.
the point.
in our town, anyway. So,
Uh-huh.
but so at her event, well, actually, I was going to say I saw you yesterday at Deep Ellum Arts Fest.
Yeah,
putting fire in your mouth.
I was.
And,
Oh, look, there I am.
I believe it's
That's me.
Oh, wait, I took that.
extinguishing.
Hey, Dallas, I don't know if you guys noticed, but your city was absurdly cold yesterday, so that was the only coping mechanism that I had. I was like, I'm just going to light myself on fire.
So, David, she had to just light fire, to warm up. So, so I think we got some more. Okay.
That's me being ridiculously excited in front of the nines,
In front-
because,
Hey.
you know, it's good face.
The Nines right on Main Street in
Yeah.
Deep Ellum. Okay, there's another one. I don't know. I try to get these from behind you with the crowd there.
Yeah,
right?
that's a great shot.
And then there was another one where we had the Nines logo. There
Oh,
we
there we
go.
go.
There we go. Okay.
Yay! The only person tall enough to take a picture of me from an angle is Satan on stilts. I love it.
And so, not to confuse anything, the event tonight is not at the Nines,
Correct.
but the Nines is a badass place in
Indeed.
Deep Ellum on Main Street.
Yep.
Tonight you're going to be at the church / Lizard Lounge.
Indeed. I mean, always go down and support the nines. They support local weirdness, and
have a lot of
that's
great
amazing.
events.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
beyond
you were
that,
there.
tonight we're at the church. Oh. Oh.
So Janie / we were hanging out last night at Deep Ellum Arts Fest,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great to see you. And we were just hanging out right there by the Nines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The whole night.
It was
really.
great. I didn't have to crane my neck talking to him on stilts or anything. I was like, is this how people feel when they talk to me? Holy shit, you're
Yeah.
far away.
I gave you the low seat. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so we can be kind of the
We're
same.
eye level. Yeah. Well, slouching.
I don't know if there's any more pictures of that, but it was fun last night.
It was fun.
But I know why you're in town, and that's for tonight's big event. So
Absolutely.
that's so
I
cool.
wouldn't miss it for the world. I saw that huge write-up in the Dallas Observer about the 10th anniversary of an event for Freaks and Fetish. It was you that wrote it?
No,
right?
it's not.
Oh, that's right, because you guys didn't
shoot.
cover it.
Wait a minute. David's our friend here.
I
I'm a
know. I
music
just.
writer.
Okay. I had to give him just a little bit of hell. I'm just kidding. It's my job.
It's fine.
But you know, I mean, you never know. Maybe there will be an observer person there tonight.
That would be
I don't know.
cool.
I don't know.
That would be cool.
So-
Come out and
Let's
observe.
say, I think Roderick usually goes to those events and takes those pictures. at the
That's
church.
true.
Yeah, that does sound
Yeah,
like
he's
something that
covered a
Roger
lot of
would
them.
do.
He's usually at the Nines, and he's been at Wits a few times. And he's at the church a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll send him a message, make sure that he's there.
Well, cool. It probably will be, but yeah, send him a note. I like your glasses, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they suit you.
Yeah,
Look
it's,
good. Look
it's
at you,
lights
man.
in here, man.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
Dude, that is way
badass
better.
together.
Look at you.
Let's
Got
pose
some
for
Blues
Carla.
Brothers quotes.
Let's pose for Carla. Get in here, David. Get in here, Janie
I
/
don't have sunglasses. I'm not cool.
Oh, whatever.
Now, one thing we do on
I
this
have
show.
glasses.
One thing we do on this show is we all.
It's
That's
just too-
good.
It's too bright.
We gotta
I
do this
can't
one more
look
time,
away.
Carly. So hang on, we do it one more time. On this show, we do the black metal pose. All of us together,
Okay.
which is
How
kind
do
of
you
like
do that? Like,
Wait, how does it go?
like that.
I don't want you to strain yourself, but how'd it go? Wait, do it over.
So you can leave your glasses on if you want, David. It's fine.
I
All
will.
right, so let's do this. But you got to be like gripping something. Yeah. That's the Corpsepaint show. Right there.
Indeed.
Now I want to brag for a minute about our website, which is corpsepaint.net.
.net.
And you can link right there to our radio. Actually, it's on the homepage. Our radio station, which is 24/7
So cool.
metal and industrial and Witch House and Darkwave and Occult. It's all that stuff you love.
It is.
So I want you to please visit it and check it out. I've just put 1,000 songs in there and just jumble it all together, so it's a variety of things,
Cool, man.
with a few surprises.
I like surprises.
But we're trying to expand that. It's kind of new, but find it on corpsepaint.net. There it is right there.
Ta-da.
And in fact, what's playing now is Behemoth.
Uh-huh. Oh, Father. Oh, Satan.
Oh, Son.
Yay.
But you can also link there, or find links there to past episodes of this show, and info on upcoming shows.
Kick ass, man.
We put your picture in
Corpsepaint.net.
there. We put David's picture in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Corpsepaint.net. Yeah, thank you. That's my little commercial.
Sweet. Brought to you by Satan. It's fucking awesome. Best commercial ever.
Hey, and man, it's just great when you're in town.
I love
It is
Dallas.
great. Good.
It's one of these cities that everybody's like, oh, where are you going next? Oh, Dallas. And I'm like, you have no idea. There's so much cool shit here, and
Fuck yeah.
and there's decades and decades and decades and decades and decades of this city just having such, in so many different subcultures. Just a strong history of supporting the weird and the non-mainstream.
Yep, and that's
I-
exactly what David does, and Carly. That's what they do. That's what he
That's
writes
Carly.
about, and that's what she clips about.
clicks about.
Clicks,
Clicks.
That's
clicks
right.
and stuff.
You mean photographs?
Oh, that
Clicks about.
she's pro clicker.
That's right.
Let's just take a look at a picture she took. Okay, it's an article David wrote, and it's about the band Horror, Horror, and Horror and Three Teeth. But mainly the articles,
Oh, 3 teeth.
look at that,
That's a great shot.
isn't it?
Poetry in motion.
It was from my friend that said I thought he was low-key jetpacking.
It totally does look like he's like, I'm just taking off on my hoverboard jetpack. Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yeah,
So-
you can't tell if he's coming down or up.
Right.
Right. No, he was just levitating at that moment.
See, Oprah
amazing.
thought
caught
that
it.
people could
Amazing
levitate,
performance.
and now we caught it.
We got it.
Yeah,
We got proof.
That's right.
Where I first met you.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Fun nickname for you.
Yeah, she called me Jayton instead of Satan.
Jayton.
I wonder why she would do that.
I got it's a lisp.
Crazy. Now, Janie Slash produces Deadly Sins.
I do.
You got the magnet
Yes.
and all that.
Yes, I put them
And,
in my pocket.
Yeah, okay. So she's got a badass show coming up on 21st.
Yeah, April 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with, there it is.
There you
Look
go.
at that.
At Wit's End.
Dude. MC'd by Satan. Fucking awesome.
You were talking about Wit's End. We have fun at Wit's End.
We have a lot of fun. We have
Which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
a ton of fun. at
We
Wit's End.
love it when people are fucking in the corner.
that.
That's-
That has
That
happened.
would be illegal. That would never actually
That would never happen.
But theoretically, that sounds awesome.
It's happened.
Did we
Not
cover
with,
all
not
of
with
these?
me, but I've heard stories and heard things.
It was you.
It was not
That's how
me.
you know. First-hand accounts.
No.
You are comfortable on the mic at events like Ferguson Fetish, aren't you? You know all your performers. You're confident on the mic, and then you do routines yourself,
Yeah.
and you hold the interest of the crowd, and we have a good crowd in Dallas.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
freaky stuff.
Like, it's not even necessarily that I'm able to keep the crowd. It's just that the crowd here is so into it, and
Yes.
it doesn't matter if you're punk rock, into metal, if you're into goth shit or industrial. It doesn't matter what you're into. Like, especially at the church, man. It's just like everybody is so supportive of even the failures that I've seen. Like, if a performer is trying to do something really hard and misses the first time, the audience is like right there with them, like, no, come on, you can do this, like it's just an awesome community. So
They're
I love
very
performing
encouraging.
here. Totally.
Yeah.
It's
We've
great.
seen that before.
Yeah, because when you perform enough, you're gonna mess up. It's gonna happen, and
Totally.
nobody's ever been like you suck or anything. They're always like, oh, it's okay.
You can do
You
it.
can do it. Get there and do it. And even if you can't do it, they're still okay with it. Like nobody makes you feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know that you can.
God, I love
eventually.
performing here. Eventually, yeah,
Yeah.
you'll get there.
Sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
What would we call that?
I mean, usually it
Family.
does,
Community, family.
Community.
Yeah,
community.
absolutely.
You use the word community, but that's it.
Family.
In Dallas, we have that. Is it a southern thing? You've traveled.
Yeah, I think there's pockets of strong community, strong family, throughout like the South. You've got New Orleans, you've got Austin, is a similar thing where you've got a lot of music, you've got a lot, and it doesn't matter if it's gospel or if it's fucking corpse metal, like whatever. There's support for it.
And I think there's a huge performance community here, whether you're in a band or you're an actual performer, you're at your internet radio show, anything. They all understand that things don't always go as planned.
Yeah.
And they're super supportive. And you'll see, we're friends with a lot of metal bands. They'll come to our burlesque shows and we go to their metal shows.
Right.
It's just a big supportive artistic community here.
And that's massive because that's what's going to keep it happening so that, a year from now, I can come back and do another awesome show. We can keep building up shows. That's how Courtney was able to put together Freaks and Fetishes, that it is a supportive audience and we can't afford to bring in, okay, we've got a girl who's won, I forget exactly what basically like world's best showgirl, like Miss Exotic World, every checkbox title, and she's going to come perform 2 acts tonight that nobody's ever seen before. So it's like, she wouldn't be able to put on a show like that were it not for the supportiveness of the local scene. So thank you guys for
Good point.
doing awesomeness.
You're right, and you're right. So we work together, we support each other, and in Dallas, believe it or not, we have a lot of Satanists and we have a lot of freaks who like fetish.
Yay.
And you don't think of that when if someone from wherever, Montreal, you say Dallas, they think we're all Bible bash or whatever.
Don't forget the vampires.
Don't.
Yes.
You guys
Don't
aren't
forget the
Houston, thank
vampires.
God.
We're not Houston.
Oh, no, we're not Houston.
Sorry, I just said that out loud.
We are definitely not
Houston, I'll be there in a few weeks. Don't.
Oh, okay.
No,
Have fun.
I'm not going to Houston. Are you kidding?
Are you You're not going to Houston?
I'm not going to Houston. Why would I go to Houston? I'm going to New Orleans after this. Like, that's the
I
only
just got
transition.
back from New Orleans. I was in New Orleans 2 weeks ago for the Southern Side to Hootenanny.
Yes, I missed it. I was.
Yeah, that's
I was in
where
Vegas.
that's how you ended up here last year.
Uh-huh.
It was from the Hootenanny. You met my sideshow partner and you gave her your card and she passed it on to me.
And she gave me a giant hug, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She gets the best hugs.
She does really like. Oh, I just hold on. I just need to do this for another couple more minutes.
So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, the Hootenanny's
The
amazing.
Hootenanny is so much fun.
Yeah, for you guys that don't know, go check it out. It's the
Southern Sideshow Hootenanny.
Southern Sideshow Hootenanny. It's super spectacular. It's a collection of performers from all over the country for sure. But I think there's been international performers as well. And
Oh yeah, you can see some things you'll never see anywhere else there because they bring the best of the best out there.
yeah, and also people are willing to do stuff that talk about. Well, if there's anybody who's going to understand why I'm about to screw up this next trick, it's fellow performers of Sideshow, so shit, here we go.
It's the place sideshow performers take risks that they
Yeah.
usually wouldn't take
Yeah, it's fantastic.
because we understand. We're like, okay.
You gonna try it? You gonna try it? Let's do this.
It's a place to
Oh,
try it. So, yeah.
Like it.
And it's in New Orleans, so you get drunk during the day, go out there, it's later at night, watch the show, have a good fucking time.
It's a-
You're,
So
you're
what do you-
drunk the entire time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
New Orleans. Like it's legally mandated. As soon as you get off the plane, you get the IV with the the hurricane, and off you go.
I've got a list of the 24-hour bars. Just saying.
I love that place. I'm proud of you. She slept outside of a library. She said, I'm proud of you. Learning to read by osmosis, it's the effort that counts.
So, hey, can we talk for a second about Agretsuko? This is Janie Slash's T-shirt. Now, there's a show starting this month. I think it's in a week.
It starts on 420.
Oh, perfect.
2 weeks.
And so, so it's about this this red panda. It's gonna be on Netflix, a series, right?
Okay.
And this is an office worker.
She's
It's
really
an animated
cute.
series,
She hates
okay.
her job, and they make her miserable so that she goes out at night, drinks lots of beer, and sings heavy metal karaoke.
She
Fucking
sings death
awesome.
metal,
Wait.
death metal karaoke.
Whatever, death metal.
Fantastic.
She sings death metal karaoke.
wait,
This
this
is
is-
going to be the most badass show.
This is her. I'm not trying to be an advertisement. This is just my purse. This is her.
This is her during the day.
And
Yes.
Corpsepaint.
Fantastic. Is it Japanese?
yeah, it's actually the same people that make Hello Kitty. It's Sanrio.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I know, right? They finally made something for me. I mean, I love Hello Kitty. But.
Have you ever worked in a cubicle?
No.
All right,
Oh,
good.
you're so lucky.
But the rest of us who have worked in cubicles, it's shitty. Your boss is after you. It's draining. It's horrible. And so she gets all frustrated, but goes out at night singing death metal.
That's fucking
like
great.
that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't fit in cubicles. That's why they don't let me have those jobs. But that's really cute. No, overtime. That's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, she's got cute little cartoons. I'm excited.
Oh.
And she's a Scorpio.
Are you going to be here on 420?
No, I will be
traveling?
in. I will be in New Orleans.
Yeah.
No,
Good.
I will.
No,
Wait,
no.
I'll be in Coney Island or New Orleans.
How do you
One of
keep
the two.
track of it?
Cool.
My eye brain.
Ah.
I-
I always wanted to go to Coney Island. I've never been to Coney Island.
Please make the pilgrimage. See the
I want
history.
to.
Sideshow?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and just the history of the area is really fascinating. But specifically, the Coney Island Circus Sideshow that's there. They've got the Coney Island Circus Sideshow School.
Yeah,
Say
same
that
school's
7 times
there.
fast. And they're the only remaining 10-in-1 sideshow that's running a grind show during the entire season, where you can come in, see a fire eater, a sword swallower, a snake girl, a contortionist, and it's impressive to see. As a sideshow performer, you're like, oh man, whew, I just did a 10-minute show. That was a lot. I just did a 40-minute show. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna die. And then you hang out and watch these people on the grind all day, and they're like, you just did sideshow for fucking 10 hours straight. Like, wow.
But
Gives you
are
a
they
level.
are they kind of on the street performers?
No. There's an actual theater. They go out and they bally and kind of talk it up, and then you go
Gotcha. They
inside,
get
and
people to come in.
it's a rotating thing, so that they'll do a little bit just to kind of get excitement out in front, and they've got somebody barking them up, and then you go inside and you see the actual show. But it's a constant rotating show, and so it gives you a lot of, for me at least, it was a very hefty level of respect, because intellectually, so the grind show means, that's why it's called a grind show, because you're just doing the show over and over and over again. But then to actually go sit and watch, you're like, holy fuck, like.
Yeah.
It's an art, and we don't want to lose it in America, do we?
Oh,
We don't,
absolutely
no.
not. And fortunately, Sideshow, I think, is enjoying another re-injection of relevance. I mean, there's
Good.
performers in the upcoming production of the Metropolitan Opera in New York. They're putting on Cosi fan tutti, and the setting of it is 1940s, 1950s Coney Island on the boardwalk, and they've actually hired actual freak show performers.
That's
so the
great.
strongman is Titano the Strongman. The sword swallower and fire breathers are Betty Bloomers and Ray Valens. They've got, they're actually. It would have been much. They could have very easily just been like, either not staged it like that at all, or, put somebody. Okay, here's one of those fake roll-up swords. Okay, you're gonna pretend to swallow it, and then But they
Yeah.
didn't. They actually every single night of the opera, there's gonna be someone swallowing swords and eating fire on stage.
That's
and I
great.
think that's fucking
fantastic.
awesome. Yeah.
Well, good. We talk frequently about the lost art. We don't want to lose
Well,
the art.
yeah,
of
and
sideshow.
Hollywood has a tendency to just kind of overshadow and book actors to do shit that they could book real performers to do.
Absolutely, because why if you need the tattooed lady, why hire the tattooed lady? Instead, let's spend thousands of dollars to airbrush on a bunch of shit that looks terrible, and anybody who actually has tattoo looks at it and goes, "Wow, did you like peel and stick that on? That looks great."
Exactly.
So support the people who actually do the stuff, because we actually make our livings this way.
Yes. And so how do you support it? It's tips. It's going to shows.
Absolutely.
It's going to Freaks and Fetish.
Yep.
And usually use a tip bucket and consider dropping something in there.
Yeah, and if you come tonight, if you see me pull out my bucket, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what that's all about, but if you use your imagination about our previous discussion about me and my lady muscles, you can imagine what me
lady
and my
muscles.
bucket might be doing. But
Ziggy, she's got some awesome lady muscles.
sweet. But I always encourage people to bring the weirdest and strangest. It's technically my job to entertain people, but I want the audience to entertain me. And so I ask people to pull out the weirdest and strangest things from their pockets and purses and to put it in my bucket. And since Dallas, you're getting some fair warning, bring me some weird shit. I want to see what you got.
Like a fish, or a crab, or
Dead worms, or
a transmission.
Use
from
your
a car or
imagination.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
transition from a car would be hard. I mean, it has to fit in the bucket.
Yes, and also not break my vagina. Thank you.
How about some? I don't know. What do you like here? What
like
do you
them
like?
all.
This one, reminded me of you.
Oh yeah. Oh, little baby.
He's
Santa
sharp. Be
bite.
careful.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm not very. I'm a little dull. I don't know if he. Yeah, bring this guy.
Okay, put him in the bucket.
Put him in my bucket. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, dude, he wins.
You know what we have at home? Some live rats.
Oh,
You can't have our rats in the bucket.
Can't put them in there.
You could put him in a bit
Can
to
we
very
get them
top.
back?
Oh, I may. Yeah, can I cuddle with him for a minute
Of course.
first?
I have 6 of them.
Oh, do you juggle them?
No.
You should learn how to juggle. You need
Is
to
there
train
somebody
your
that
rats.
juggles
Hey, wait,
rats?
wait.
You
Is that
do.
a thing?
You know what?
You do.
Hold on. Don't anyone steal this. Maybe
Right.
we could.
Copyright. Seriously, if you train them to, and they keep as long
It
as
would
they
just be
cool.
Ophelia. I could just toss
We
Ophelia.
do
from
have
hand
one
to
who
hand.
likes to do that.
She likes to be tossed. I don't know why.
Hey,
Just Ophelia.
I
The
like
other
my
ones are
salad
like,
to be.
"No."
Yeah, I like my salad tossed.
I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
Toss the salad.
Look, we don't have any filter on this show. This is not FCC show, and so
Thank
if we want to talk about
Salad tossing. We're gonna talk about some salad
Darn right.
tossing. God damn it!
look what we have in the backdrop. It's Freaks and Fetish.
I know, I'm
and
so
there is your
excited.
cute face if you move slightly.
Wait.
There you are.
Look at you.
I'm
David,
turning
she
away.
was
I'm not.
putting fire in her mouth
Oh,
last
you're-
night, along with
Yeah,
other.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed the
I
pictures.
was not there.
I actually woke up and I was like, "Geez, my throat's a little sore." And wow, why do I feel a little? Oh, because it was 30 degrees and I was gargling broken glass with whiskey outside in the cold after eating fire for like 2 hours straight.
So she
Sounds
puts
like
on
a
this.
good time.
Good
Yeah,
life choices.
I like to party.
All right.
You rock, girl.
Thanks, guys.
Dude,
I
it's
appreciate
so
having.
great to
I'm-
have you.
I'm so stoked. I love Dallas. I love the church. I love hanging out with you guys. So I'm bummed that I have to leave because this is a good town to just hang out in. There's so much goddamn good food, good music. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go check out JENN. I want to go check out all this different stuff that I was able to. I thought the Deep Elm Arts Festival thing was really cool too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Like-
it was
Yeah, it
cool.
is.
This
Holy
is
shit,
right
that's
up
cool.
David's alley. This is what he covers.
Yeah.
Man is talent in Dallas. Music mainly.
Local
but,
talent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
look, but
what
you know,
we
we're full of skilled tattoo artists and muralists
Yeah, Elm Street
and
Tattoo,
painters
man.
and
Oliver Peck.
Oh God.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
Oliver Peck. The
Oliver
end.
Tattoo parlor.
The end.
yeah. All right, so if you don't mind, we're gonna put on a video and give you time to get to your event.
Sweet.
And just great to have you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you guys so much.
Thank you.
Can I give you a messy hug?
Oh, I like messy.
Watch out for his face.
Don't what?
You don't want his makeup all over you.
Yeah, it'll
Well,
smear
that's
off.
I have to go and do the. I have to put on my like full face.
Well, then you could just maybe borrow some of his. Just
right?
like-
Let me just-
and be like,
I
done.
I didn't know if you were leaving these or
Yeah, I was giving you stickers. So
Oh, thank you. Okay.
one says genocide.
Okay, well,
Safety
we're gonna try
third.
to do a close up to you here. Hold on.
Okay,
hold on. There we go.
genocide. Safety third. Because everything I do is super safe. I just think this is really funny, so fuck you. This is my logo, the JENN O corn, or whatever you call it. And then I just started a screen printing company in Las Vegas, actually, called Sideshow Printing. So
Oh.
I work with different bands and artists and performers. So if you guys, when you make your next shirts, give me a call.
Oh, great, because I need to order shirts.
Ding, ding,
know
ding.
what?
That's the thing I'm doing this week.
You know what we don't
should-
have? We don't have Corpsepaint Show shirts.
You
Oh,
don't?
well, that's
No,
a
we
shame.
don't.
Time has
Really?
come.
The time has come.
And look,
But,
definitely
yeah, I
do
need to
that.
deadly send
Sideshow
shirts.
Printing.
Do you make
yeah.
panties?
Yeah, we
Okay,
do
yeah.
thongs, we do koozies, hats, stickers. We actually were talking about the fact that we have the
give it a-
capability of making custom butt plugs with your logo on them.
Oh,
we can
yeah,
do
we need
anything.
those.
look, give it a plug. Where do we find? Is it a website? Is it?
It's a website. We're on Facebook. We got sideshowprinting.com. If you check us out on Facebook itself, it's Sideshow Printing, and we are trying to do like really as high end as we can possibly get while keeping. There we go. There's our website. Look at that.
Hey, look
Awesome.
how good our engineer is.
And you know, your engineer's a
on
shit.
it.
This is the quote at the very top is absolutely true. It says spawn from the. Oh wait, Ziggy, go back up to the top real quick. It says spawn from the late night rantings of a circus freak, a lighting guy, a bar owner, 2 tour managers, and a handful of musicians. We created a company intent on reducing the cost of printing while maintaining a high quality product. As a performer, I know that like shit's really expensive, but the only way that You know, the only way that I make any real money on the road is by selling merchandise, and that's
Yeah.
how you can support your local weirdos and weirdos on the road. Is if you see them selling something, that's how they're paying the gas to get to the next city.
It's got to be something physical
Yeah.
in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
where a lot of the support comes from.
It's expensive.
It
It's
is.
expensive to buy merch.
And a lot of it is really shit quality because the people that are printing it aren't necessarily supporters of the arts. They're cannibalizers of the arts, So we just decided, screw it, instead of paying somebody an exorbitant amount for a crap product, I wanted to start making really nice stuff for myself. So I actually, the box didn't make it somewhere in limbo, but I actually brought a box of shirts because I wanted to give you guys. I have like glow in the dark genocide shirts and all kinds of cool shit. But
Whoa!
yeah,
Harley!
somewhere hidden in the. It'll I'm sure the box will get here in like 3 weeks or something. It'll be perfect timing.
We'll see you again. We'll see you
We'll see you
again.
again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to come to Vegas. And
If
see
we want to buy
Yeah,
a shirt, can we buy a shirt online?
You can. Weirdly, right now at my Facebook page, Genocide. That's JENNO CIDE. But if you go to my Facebook page, there's a link to buy a couple shirts, and we're getting ready to release 3 new designs in the next week. So I've got weird tinfoil. Oh, look at me! Wow, I look at my so serious in that top picture. I look serious face. Actually, I think it's on my regular main page, my fan page, not my friend page. My fan page. Sounds so dorky just saying that. You should go to my fan page and check out my shit and buy it.
So it's Jen
There you
space
go.
O and then
Yeah.
Oh,
And
cool. Yeah.
ta-da! But yeah, that shop right there, you see there's a DVD that I've worked on. There's some stickers, and I think if you go to See All, you can also purchase some of the other shirts. And I'll be putting up new designs. They'll be all over Instagram and stuff. And
I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna,
awesome.
we're gonna support you.
sweet,
We are.
Yay! I'm gonna support
Yes,
you guys.
we are.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yay, supporting!
Thank you, Jen O. Cide. You can see her tonight at
Freaks
Freaks and Fetish, Dallas, Texas.
Right there, touching butts. Come see us. It's gonna be ridiculous. Thank you guys. Yay.
Yeah, Infected Syren. They are joining us live right now from CYPRESS. Yes, and so let's see if we can say hi to the guys. Yeah, wasn't it badass?
Yeah, it was great.
Cool video. I like videos like that, Janie Slash. I don't mind animated videos. I don't. That's a great
I
sound.
love animated videos.
And hey, guys.
Hey, what's up? Hi.
What's up, man? Good to see. Oh, there you are. Man, it's Infected Syren. So we've got Dino and Louie and Miguel, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and man, it's great. And you guys are now with Imperative PR, is that right?
Yes, right. They're promoting our new video.
Yes, and now we just showed a lyric video. I don't know if that is the brand new one, but we like it a lot. It's that animated one where you step on the cats.
Awesome, thanks. I did that.
So, okay.
Yeah, it's not real cats.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
we just
Yeah.
want to be clear on that.
Let's make that clear. We're not harming animals on this show. We ain't. No. Hey, so in the studio we got David. He's a journalist from the Dallas Observer, and to his right, yes, and Janie Slash, our co-host. She is Miss Metal and Horror, Dallas, Texas.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
So you guys were mentioning a little bit earlier that in CYPRESS, it may be hard to find some metal, but then again, it's rising to the surface a little bit, right?
Yeah, something along those lines. I mean, people start bands, and because it's a small place, it's they can be easy more than if it was a big place. So it's like if you lose a tennis ball in like a huge room, you're not going to find it. But if you have a tennis ball in a small room, you'll find it more easily.
There you go. So it's easier to find the metal. I got you completely. Hey, okay, so let's talk. What is the name of the new album?
Well, it's self-titled. Well, yeah, we couldn't think of. Well, it's the first album, so we thought we'll just keep it plain and simple.
Okay, all right, self-titled. I got you. And we want all metalheads to check it out. And so let's see. I think what we've got is your Facebook page and your website, if I have that correct here. And we're going to try and pop that up. Yeah, okay, there we go. You've got a badass website that has some videos on it and information, great photos of the band and such, and upcoming shows, etc. So, man, and we're showing your Facebook page right now too. I like all these shots.
Check it out.
Yeah, so we do want metal fans and all good music fans to at least go to that Facebook page and check it out, and then connect from there. But add a thumbs up. This is a band that is playing metal combined with a little bit of rockabilly, a little bit of this and that, and I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's a very weird sort of mixture of genres, because we've got some thrashy riffs, we've got some punky style stuff in there. There's some rockabilly, there's some swing. Yeah, there's everything.
It's great. I mean, it's like we don't even know how to describe it. So
Well, that's the best kind of music.
That's I think that's the best thing. You know, just you have to listen to it to find out.
Absolutely.
Right, David? We spend too much time trying to label stuff here,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
we? We do.
Well, I got to put it in words somehow, man.
Well, we try and fail.
Yeah, right?
So the album is just called Infected Syren. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure. And but yeah, I don't know. I guess I think of myself rockabilly / punk / metal / all that together. So,
I can hear that, definitely.
yeah. We like all the combo together, guys.
Oh, cheers. Awesome. Thanks.
I imagine that you're going to the continent a lot. You're performing in Greece. I don't know. Are there gigs in Turkey also? I mean, I guess it's everywhere, right?
Well, I mean, it's well, the Infected Syren haven't done that yet. So played a couple of gigs in the UK when these two were based over there. This was before I joined the band. But other than that, we haven't really ventured outside Cyprus yet because there's a bit of a logistical issue. There's no like easy transport to get anywhere around here. You have to take a flight.
Yeah.
So that becomes like what would in another country be just loading your stuff up into a van and then driving like 10 hours or whatever, becomes an issue with like flights and traveling and all that stuff. And it can get pricey. So
Yeah.
it's not something that is super easy to do, but more and more bands from Cyprus are starting to do stuff like that. So because it's such a small market, we need to expand and spread outside of Cyprus.
Sure. Or yeah, and maybe gather up those other bands and just make it a package tour, you know, to every EU country. It should be a little easier, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
What? So I like the songs. What is it you're most proud of right now in terms of what you've written or the videos or any of it? Anything you've just released?
What we're proud of.
Which song, maybe?
Oh, which song? Well, it's really hard to pick one, isn't it? I think.
I mean, Death After the Melody was tricky to learn. It might not sound like it, but there's some pretty technical riffs in there, and it was well for me personally, as the bass player, was a lot of stretching, jumping around all over the place to get the song sounding properly. So I was quite happy when I first played that properly from start to finish.
Yeah.
The video that we did for Sick, that was quite a big undertaking. It was quite fairly big production. Friend of ours took over the video production. It was involved about 5 or 6 different locations, about 20, 30 people, all coordinated together with a plot and stuff.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of friends, and Dino did the animation stuff.
Yeah, Dino. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was I think that was quite a big achievement. I mean, other than releasing the album as a whole.
The video Sick blew me away, and that was one that just caught my eye. It did. It definitely.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad you liked it.
And really, that was because of Imperative PR. They've got a great partner that gets the word.
Well, thanks to them too.
Yeah.
You're in Cyprus. You got to get the word out, and they get the word out, and I heard it, and I liked it. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
Glad you liked it.
Thanks for that.
heck yeah. So Infected Syren. So check out their webpage and Facebook page, and then you can link there to buy product and merch, right?
Yeah, it's on Bandcamp, it's on iTunes, Spotify. It's in all of the major music distributions of sites.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you just Google it, yeah. you will.
On Bandcamp. Bandcamp is the best bet, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Bandcamp is always the best.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Because
I mean, it's easy to find stuff. It's free to listen. You can always
Sure,
contribute.
totally.
can always
and-
find something new.
Absolutely.
And if people want like T-shirts or other merch or whatever, we can always send it to them.
Yeah,
Say what they want.
everything's on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
No, I mean, even we'll add the T-shirts.
Yeah.
We've got ladies' underwear as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We're looking at Janie Slash.
And they are also available for men. I mean, for the experimental type of men.
That's me and David.
Oh, no. That's all you. That's all you, buddy.
Well, that's funny. That's great. So, look, when you're writing an album, guys, do you have anything left over? Or I bet you've got ideas already for number 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Loads.
Yeah. Because you just get flowing, right? And either you've got you got some that didn't fit, or you've got some ideas that are just not finalized yet.
Well,
that riff you were playing the other day. That one.
Yeah, well, I've got this folder full of riffs and lyrics and stuff, and we'll eventually, put something together and make some songs.
All right, good. So, look, can you go ahead and just hum a little music now? And David and I are going to offer some lyrics to you, and
Why?
We're joking. He's joking.
And they're gonna what we know as Americans about Cyprus is just living on an island. That's all I got really.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
know
and,
about
and it's
Cyprus.
really, really hot.
Yeah, it gets hot. But
Gets hot
It's
and-
hot. And it's an island, and that's basically it, really.
Are there mountains and volcanoes
There
or?
are mountains. We have some mountains. There's some trees. We have roads.
Oh, right on. Makes it easier to get around.
And so
it is. It's quite easy. Because it only takes about 3 hours to drive from one side of the country to the other. So there's that.
there you go, man.
Oh, perfect.
Really, I'm really selling my country here.
That's all right, man.
It's the best.
This is a point we make on our show that metal or any extreme music, is worldwide, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's a very cliche thing to say, but metal does unite people.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yes, agreed. I agree. Extreme music, metal, anything that's heartfelt, and I say that's metal. It does. You're right. It unites us all.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, so is Greek the language in Cyprus?
Yeah. We speak a bastardized version of Greek that's a Cypriot dialect, which is kind of like Greek mixed with a bunch of other languages, which is great because if we actually speak to any actual Greek people, we can make it so they would understand what the hell we're talking about. So it's kind of like if you've ever spoken to someone with a really heavy Scottish accent.
Gotcha.
Like,
yes, I
okay.
have. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, something like that. But so like
That's a good
the
description.
Greek from Greece is like how other people speak, and then the Cypriot is like the really heavy Scottish accent, and it's our own dialect. And we actually have a sort of side project called Zivanish, where it's the three of us, and we play all our songs but we sing in Cypriot dialect.
Oh.
It's kind of a sort of like
That's
a funky,
fascinating.
kind of funky, but it's more extreme. There's more like some blast beats and whatnot in there and stuff. So whatever doesn't fit for Infected Syren, we toss it over there.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. You were asking about if we've got any ideas left and stuff. Yeah, there are some that if they're too sort of grindcore and that sort of stuff, if they're too extreme, yeah. Well, that goes into Zavanished.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. So yeah, the Cyprian, or as you call it, / Greek almost, is your
I like that.
is kind of your other project. That's cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I always wonder, bands that countries where English is not the first language, but they release work in English. I'm certain that you got to have some sort of project in your own language too. So
that's the problem, because like if you ever heard any like metal songs in Greek itself, it can sound really goofy.
Yeah, well, there are.
There's some doing. I mean, like, okay, Running Christ, a few songs in Greek, but it's because it's Running Christ, they can actually make it sound cool.
right.
Yeah,
They have the talent to do that.
they're not.
We love
their songs are in English, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have some.
They have some in Greek, but it's also some ancient Greek and Chinese marriages to make it sound cool.
They do.
So,
Right.
but,
Big fans.
Huh.
Yes, indeed. What'd be a great wish come true would be Infected Syren supporting Rotting Christ on their next U.S. tour.
Love that.
Yeah, I love
A
that.
bit of a mismatch, though.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah.
Zivan would probably be a better fit.
Yeah.
Or
But,
if you only played in London,
Oh,
I'd fly over and see that show.
That would be
Awesome,
awesome.
yeah.
See you off, in person. That would be awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
that is something we are intending on doing at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We all lived in the UK for long periods of time, and we have connections there and stuff. So it's definitely something we look into doing for sure.
Yeah, great. That's great. Is it going to make an effect with them leaving EU? Will that change things down the road?
Metal is metal.
Yeah.
A bit more difficult to get there.
Not for us. Not for
Yeah,
us.
but we
All right.
call British passports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too. But even for Cypriot citizens, it's not going to be an issue because Cyprus is a Commonwealth country. So
So, well, wait, do you have
So we learned so much on this show.
Yeah,
I have a Cypriot and a Colombian passport. So
it's
yeah.
an educational program.
Yes, that's what we are. We learn about geography and languages and culture.
Geopolitics.
And culture and politics and the fact that one culture is universal worldwide.
That's
Metal.
metal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Guys,
Even if you don't speak the same language as someone, you can just start singing Metallica to them. Like, yeah,
yes.
yeah, you made a friend for life.
Yeah.
Great point. That's a great point.
Yeah. Music transcends culture.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Music is a language of its own.
Yes.
It is a very basic form of communication, perhaps the most basic form of communication. I mean, except for maybe deaf people, they're kind of fucked. But for everyone else, it's a very fundamental, powerful form of communication that transcends language, even though it is a language in a sense. So yeah, that's why it's somehow managed to create this massive global community where the only thing in common with all these people of all different, backgrounds, ethnicities, races, all that is this uniting force of metal.
Wow, that was by Miguel going really deep.
All right. Yeah, well said, Miguel. Well said, man. Man, we thank you a lot. The band is Infected Syren. Check them out on Facebook and their webpage. What else, guys? Anything else before we wrap up here?
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for-
really big things for having us.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity to talk and say stuff and say hi to everyone around the world who is listening or not listening. But that might be kind of hard. But yeah, thanks for giving us this opportunity to kind of spread the infection.
Yes.
Right. I like it.
I love that. We're spreading the infection. That's really what we do all the time.
Good.
Yeah, but wear protection though.
We were talking about that on Friday. We believe in protection.
Good.
All right, guys, we appreciate you a lot, and man, keep playing the loud ass metal. We love it, and we'll stay in touch with you. I hope, and just kind of we want all the announcements that you guys are doing on forthcoming events. So.
Yeah,
We've got a gig on Thursday coming up. We're gonna get some live footage of that, then we can, if it's deemed worthy, maybe we can pass it on to you guys and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, post it or send it, and we will absolutely share that. But appreciate it a lot, you guys.
Awesome.
I appreciate it too. Thanks a lot, dude.
Thank you very much.
Talk to you soon. Bye now.
Dude,
Bye.
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 Thank
See ya.
you.
All right, so they're in Cyprus. It's like 8 hours ahead.
Oh.
So Carly, it's like 2 a.m. there. So these guys stayed up to talk to
That's
us.
so nice when
nice
they
of
do
them.
that.
Yes, isn't that nice? And
I'd be asleep. Or me at 2 a.m. is a very interesting conversation.
I can relate.
So, all right. So, David, we appreciate Dallas Observer. We appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you.
And let's jump in here, man, to that
All right.
show we were at a week ago,
That was a great show.
which was horror.
Mm-hmm.
And we had that article, and Carly took this awesome picture of with the smoke and all of it.
That was a Fletcher production.
Yeah. So horror defies all genres is kind of. Do you write the title, or does someone else do that?
Sometimes they change it, but that one was mine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And so it's a great article about the fact that, this is a band that is crossing genres.
Mm-hmm.
This is a band that is dangerous.
Yeah.
This is a band that is putting hip hop and metal together in
And
your
punk.
face. And punk.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. And they played that cover of Bad Brains.
Yeah. Band
uh,
of DC. It was the perfect way to end that show. I mean, it totally put them in that whole legacy of not just Afro punk, but punk rock in general.
Yes. And I think of, when I think of them, I think of, I don't know, Rage Against the Machine, Fishbone, Bad Brains, of course, and anything hardcore. And Janie Slash is just extreme, in your face, punk.
Yeah, I heard the music. I didn't get to go to the show though, but I've
That's
heard the music.
unfortunate.
I know.
And they rev it up times 100. I mean,
Oh,
take
yeah,
your fastest punk band and then times
I mean, really, I'd been listening to the album all week in preparation for the show, but the show just blew my mind. I could not believe that the energy that they could sustain on their album could be performed on stage, and it totally was. It was amazing. You know, because not only do you have all the intensity of the lyrics and the vocals and everything, but you also have, you know, Edie doing windmills and stuff across the stage, and you had the OGM just making love to the to the microphone, and having a live drummer.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Brandon.
He's a local kid.
Yeah, from Grapevine.
I want you to be real close in there. Yeah.
Brandon from Grapevine. He was absolutely amazing.
He was.
And it added, you know, this urgency to the music that's, you know, I mean, it's certainly present in the recording, but to have it live, I mean, there's nothing like the feel of a bass drum like in your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before. We love it, man.
Yeah.
So look, is he on tour with them?
Yes, he's on tour with them.
Okay, all right.
He's like their touring drummer.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get a lot of information as to why, you know, they wanted to have a live drummer, but to me, I don't really even care why they wanted it.
It worked.
It added so much to the show.
Yeah. So again, David's article is in the Dallas Observer. You can find it online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in that search bar, you can type in horror, spelled with the 9s, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you'll find
Or you
it.
can search my name. I show up.
There you go. And so if maybe now is a time where could I show a couple of bad out of focus pictures I took at the at the horror.
Were they the
horror
ones that you posted on Facebook?
And more.
Oh, okay.
And more. Yeah, and more. So, Carly, I don't know if you want to like walk over that side. You can see it. You can see it from there.
You
Right?
can see it from Ziggy's.
From Ziggy's. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm trying to move her around.
You didn't give me any pictures that you took of horror.
Oh, dang. Well, dang it.
Well,
We thought I'm posting these. He didn't give us any.
Well, shoot.
well, you posted
It's
some on your
probably
Facebook page.
Better that way, honestly.
Yeah.
So, did I send you any other pictures of?
I have
mean, it
some
wasn't the-
pictures from Deep Ellum Arts Festival.
Did we show
Horror did
those?
not play at the Deep Ellum Arts Festival, unfortunately.
Well, my bad. Look what happened. Dang.
It's
You know,
live
'cause
TV,
I
right?
wanted Carly to like offer me some tips because, you know.
We had another show.
All right. Yeah. So I was super excited about horror being in town. I like Three Teeth as well, but I don't know. It seemed to me like the crowd was there for horror.
Definitely. I mean, the crowd itself was so much alive during Horror's performance. I mean, there were definitely plenty of people there wearing Three Teeth gear, but yeah, Horror got the crowd moving, and yeah, I mean, I danced my ass off even with the pen and notepad in my hand. I mean, it's infectious.
Yes. My
You
neck
can't help
was
it.
hurting. All the headbanging. Too,
Yeah.
You jump in, you're crazy, and you're headbanging, and it's one of those where you feel good and sore the next day.
Yeah,
It's good. Get a workout.
Get working.
definitely.
So,
Fun workout.
all right. So the song I like is called "Street Power." Street Power. And we showed the video last week on our
Saw
show.
that, yeah.
What a powerful piece of work, man. And isn't it the most timely, perfect song right now? After the March for Our Lives, which was 2 weeks back, and you know, in America now, we've got people who are marching in the streets.
You
And
know,
this is what we need more of in this country, Carly, right?
war is hell.
So I don't know, man. And now look, here the year we're in is 2018. This is the 50th anniversary, of course, we know of Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. But 1968, 50 years ago, wasn't just Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. It was humongous protests against the war. It was the riots at the Chicago Democratic Convention, wasn't it, in '68? And Bobby Kennedy was assassinated later in the year. And this 68 was the year that tore this country in half.
Yeah, absolutely.
We think it's bad now, but really 50 years ago, and my point is we got more and more of these anniversaries coming up. And what street power does to me is just kind of reminds us that we as citizens need to protest our government sometimes in a peaceful way, but by marching in the streets like other countries do so much, and we really don't.
Right. You know, it's interesting what you say there. That you know, when Trump was inaugurated, I was having a conversation with some friends about, you know, we can sit here and talk about all the bad things that are about to happen, but let's talk about some good things. And one thing that I brought up was punk rock is going to get great again.
Right, like the Reagan years.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, no, definitely. And horror is really kind of the embodiment of that kind of punk rock becoming great again.
Rebellion.
And it's doing it through the transcendence of genre, and I absolutely love that. That, you know, it's taking what's popular, not just with, you know, African Americans, but also, you know, white kids. I mean, plenty of white kids listen to hip hop, and you know, it's turning that kind of energy that gets kind of put into hip hop into something more focused, into something more political and social, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to see a band that's able to do this and get people moving and get people thinking. And you know, the video for Street Power that you showed last week, you know, really kind of shows that kind of legacy that they're kind of inserting themselves into. And
Where your mind leads, your body will follow. Janie Slash has heard me say that before. Where your mind leads, your body will follow. And I think what they try to do is grab our mind first, but then it's infectious music that you can't sit still with.
Right. Exactly.
And so it moves your feet as well. And I don't know, street power just dovetails into that, man. With, you know, I don't know. It's our power is in the streets when we have redress against the government.
Right.
And things going on like March for Our Lives 2 weeks back.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing too to note about horror is that they're not just a political band. I mean, they're also very much about you know, this kind of confessionalist trend that's happening in hip hop, which I really love. That, you know, Carly brought up "War is Hell," and one of the lyrics that we have both kind of picked up on is, you know, you pray to God, I pray to hell, because niggas like me go to hell. And it's like, it's funny to make that kind of confession in your lyrics, because when you're saying that a person like me goes to hell, what you're really saying is that you acknowledge your faults. And maybe you're not the kind of person that goes to hell when you're the one that's acknowledging it.
Right. And so,
and I love that. I love that horror's doing it. I love that, you know, everyone associated with Odd Future is doing that same kind of thing too. Just really addressing their own faults, you know, and not just the faults around them.
So that confession eclipses or transcends itself, is what you're saying.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, War is Hell. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
Carly is our off-camera friend.
Yes.
Yes. Along with Ziggy, he's our off-camera friend.
Hi, everybody.
You know, did you know he is accomplished a comedian who performs at Backdoor Comedy Club?
Really?
Yes, twice per week.
Oh, excellent.
Now,
Gonna have to check that out.
It's Thursdays and Saturdays when he's there.
Okay.
Right, Janie Slash? And then, okay.
I'm not there. Ziggy's the one there. He nodded, so I'm assuming that means yes.
Hey, let's go to that. Let's go to the other.
I'm not funny.
We're not stopping talking about horror.
Oh, that's fine.
But let's also mention your other article, which I enjoyed.
Oh,
and
perfect.
that is the recent article you wrote about
Oh, well,
talented artists in Dallas that are under 21.
Oh, well.
And one of them was 14 or something.
Well, this wasn't all me. This was a joint effort between several writers at The Observer. I wrote two. I wrote one for Caleb Lewis, who is up there.
Him right there.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Front and center right there. Caleb Lewis is the 20-year-old guitar player, singer, writer for Teenage Sex. They are a pop punk band, and they are the most fun that you will ever have at a club in Deep Ellum and around. I also wrote one for Leah Lane. Can we put that article back up there? Because
Yes.
That's Leah
this.
Lane from Rose Garden Funeral Party, and she is phenomenal. She really is. She took over lead guitar after they parted ways with their last lead guitarist, and I remember talking to her like at her first show where she played lead guitar, and she was like, I don't know if I can really handle this. I was like, no, you've got this. You've absolutely got the lead guitar. Just keep up with it. And it's cool that she's kept up with it. I don't know if I had anything to do with that, but
Yeah, you probably did, man. Come
possibly.
on. No. You're a positive influence, brother.
I like to think so.
So, Janie Slash, we got to go see them next time they're at 3 Links or wherever.
Okay, we'll go. Let's
Rose
go.
Garden Funeral Party, they are playing double wide on the 21st.
Oh, we'll be through the show. that
Well,
night.
we have Deadly Sins that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time.
They're also playing the Armory with Teenage Sex.
Oh man, that's great.
soon. They're also playing. That show is also with Sub-Sahara, who I love. Sub-Sahara. I've written about Sub-Sahara, and yeah, they're a really cool post-punk band.
When I saw Rose Garden Funeral Party at 3 Links, which was just like a couple. 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
or something like
the shoegaze.
Shoegaze.
Yeah.
Right. Of
An
course,
evening
it
of
was
shoegaze. We were
it
there.
was Bloody Knives.
Yeah.
Bloody Knives and yeah. So it was the shoegaze night.
Yeah.
So shoot, I didn't even know you then, David. And,
Yeah,
and you
that's
guys were
right.
there. But I was impressed.
Sub-Sahara
with
was also there.
Sub-Sahara, right?
They're also playing double wide on the 28th.
Okay.
That's
They're
great.
playing
That's,
the 21st and the 28th.
that's great because that's a good Saturday night. Yeah.
We do everything 28th.
Sorry, I'm getting on my phone right now.
No, it's okay. And
Yeah, that's Record Store Day. They're playing the 21st. They're playing Good Records on the 21st.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
Because
So-
Record Store Day is the 21st.
So April 21st. Sorry,
It's
I
one of my
gotta do a
favorite
little
days.
plug here.
It's fine.
April 21st at Armory DE. King Camel Productions is putting on a show featuring Sub-Sahara, Teenage Sex, Rose Garden Funeral Party, and the Bralettes. The Bralettes are an all-female punk trio, and they're absolutely amazing.
David, you got to come on this show more often, man, and fill us in on these bands.
I'd love to.
Especially the punk and metal. I mean, and look, I don't know how to describe Rose Garden Funeral Party, but shoegaze was a good fit. And I like the fact that they drone on sometimes. They've got the keyboards, and they've got a great visual. And
Well, I wrote an article about them for Central Track too, actually, where I made the comparison that it's kind of like Patti Smith fronting the Smiths.
okay,
I mean, it is kind of like that.
maybe a touch of My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, definitely. I've always kind of thought that Leah Lane's voice just on her own was a lot like Jeanette Napolitano's from Concrete Blonde.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well, you and I
Check 'em
are both big fans. Janie, you will be soon. when you see
Yes,
them.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's hard not to like them.
That's a cool name for a band.
It's a
I kinda
great
like the
name. I
name.
like the name a lot.
Yeah, anything with funeral.
And party.
Yeah. And did you see our hearse out front?
I did not, but I'll definitely look for it.
Speaking of
when
funeral
I,
parties, yeah.
when I leave.
It's hard to miss.
Okay.
It's like a.
I
big
was more
boat.
concerned with finding the door to get into this.
There's a
place.
lot of doors.
Speaking of that, we're in the bunker.
Yeah,
David, we're
yeah.
in the basement of an underground. We're in
No,
of an
thank God there
abandoned.
was a sign. It was
I
like,
know,
have
right?
no
Well,
idea
no,
where I'm
I had
going.
sheer panic one time because I got in the elevator and I hit 1 and the doors wouldn't open or move. And I was like, am I stuck? Am I stuck? And I was like, oh, yeah, you have to hit basement. Because you're not used to hitting for it to go to the basement. I mean, how many basements are there actually in, like, Texas? There's not many.
We are in the bunker of an abandoned building in central Dallas, somewhere lost here. And
We can't tell you. They have to like actually blindfold us when they bring us here and bring us down. It's like a top secret location.
So all hail to Horror, spell with the 9s. And we freaking love that band. And, you know,
Absolutely.
I tried real hard to get them to come in the studio because it was same day as
We
our
were
show.
so close, but yeah, they had floated.
So, but it was tough. It's
It can
tough
be
on
so
show day.
unpredictable. It's so hard. Because, yeah,
That's
you
all
have
right.
to get there and prep and get all your stuff loaded in. It takes a long time.
And they had to eat dinner. I mean,
No.
They were at Gas
we're
Monkey
not-
Bar
no.
and Grill. They got food.
I understand.
no, they definitely did. I
And they have good
interrupted their
food.
meal accidentally.
Let's say when Scary Cherry was at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, there was good food.
You want to look at some fun stuff that,
Hey,
that I brought?
Did you
Like-
mention this Saturday?
For
April 14th, Power Man 5000, Scary Cherry, and the Bang Bangs, Bit Rot, and Junk is the more. It's going to
So-
be a good show.
So she's on stage with Scary Terry and the Bang Bang.
Yeah.
She's in the band.
And Ziggy's not prepped for this, but that's okay because he doesn't have to look it up. But Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs, if you go to their Facebook page, just Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs, they're having a contest. Give us your best idea for our new song Trash for a music video, and you could win 2 tickets to the show this weekend.
Yeah, cool. And I think I sent you, Ziggy, I don't know, did I send you a picture of Scary Cherry, of the whole band that actually I think you took yesterday with them?
We were
Oh,
at
there we go.
we were at the
Oh,
Eagle
right on.
yesterday doing an interview. So that'll
who
be
is
up on
that,
the Eagle
Debbie
website.
Sexton?
It's Debbie
Yeah.
Sexton. Yeah, we did an interview with them yesterday.
They're a big band. Look at
Yeah.
this. That's a lot of people.
Oh,
and there's a
awesome.
big penis.
There's only 8 of us.
There is a big piece.
And a giant syringe in front of it.
Yeah. And so,
Oh, no.
have you ever had a syringe put in your penis?
No, it's never
We
happened
don't
to
put
me.
the syringe in the penis.
Okay.
It's kind of awkward.
All right. So that's this
That is
Saturday.
this Saturday at Trees.
Friday, we're going to be at Wits End.
What's
seeing
in Silver Tongue Devil?
Silver Tongue Devil. They do music for our show.
Oh,
Yeah, there was some of our theme
There you
music.
go. Win free tickets.
free tickets.
Yep. So make sure to check out that page and submit your ideas
Cool. Janie Slash does burlesque bingo
on Tuesdays.
in Addison.
Yep.
Now, you know she's a burlesque
Interesting.
performer, but this is combined with bingo.
Yep. Burlesque Bingo every Tuesday at Duke's Ice House in Addison. It's always free to play. 5 rounds, 5 prizes, 5 articles of clothing removed.
Someone
Starts
wins
at 7
bingo,
p.m.
and she starts taking off clothing as a burlesque tease. You know, so
Right.
Yeah. It's really weird for the people that think they're just there for bingo. It's kind of awkward. I have to give like a disclaimer like periodically. Hey guys, because people will walk in. I'll be staying on stage like announcing bingo in my underwear, and they're like, "What the hell?"
it's free too.
It's fun.
It's free at Duke's Ice House.
No,
in
everybody
Addison.
loves it. It's great.
All right, so I sent Ziggy some other things too, just some fun stuff. Now, one of them is a rat website, and it is like Worldwide Rat, or I don't know, something like that. There we go.
Rat Day was this
Devil's
week too.
Rats. That's perfect for our show.
Yeah.
So,
You know, April 4th was National Rat Day.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry I missed that.
I don't know what you do on National Rat Day. I guess you go home and like hug your rat. I don't know.
I almost missed it too. So I don't know. Is it okay to show that video, Ziggy, from NO Metallica? Now we'll just show a snippet of it.
What
but-
is it?
Okay, this is a cool band I love. I think they're
Oh.
from Italy. I
Okay.
forget where. So, or no, Germany. And they're called NO Metallica, and they also operate that Devil's Rats website
Oh.
too. So they're fun. So, I like videos that use sexy girls in them.
Well, who
That,
doesn't?
right, and then she gets covered in blood because everyone is covered in blood.
It's fun.
And Janie Slash loves being covered in blood.
Oh, fake
Well,
blood.
fake blood, fake blood. Yeah, yeah. She's done a couple of videos and movie parts that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, no,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're right.
I'll have to Google
I
that.
wrestled in slime once.
You know
That's
what?
not blood.
That was so cool and fun. We drove to Austin for her to participate in a slime wrestling contest,
Yeah.
which was real cool. It's kind of a like bikini slime wrestling.
You get in a bikini and you wrestle another girl in slime. Didn't you
Sounds
love
like
it?
a
It was great. It
time.
was for Gordon War magazine, and they do blood wrestling events and they do slime wrestling events. I won my bout. I didn't win overall, but I won.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Congratulations.
Thanks. There's lots of really great pictures. Mostly some girls had like buried in my boobs because I don't know what it is when you're covered in slime and you're in a bikini. Somehow it just keeps sliding in all the wrong places, and you're like, whoops.
Slime. Gotcha.
It's very slimy.
Slimy. I think on past shows we had photographs of that. Yes.
Yes, we did. It's actually on their DVD too, which they'll probably be selling at Frightmare. I don't know if they
Do you-
still
do you
have it
wanna
or
talk
not.
about
the
Indie-
choice cuts?
Indiegogo?
No, it's okay.
No, we're good.
Yeah, we're
all right,
good.
all right, good.
I know.
So I sent.
Just remember to buy your tickets for Frightmare coming up in May.
Right, Texas Frightmare Weekend is next month.
It's the first weekend of May. You can go to
And,
TexasFrightmareWeekend.com.
yeah, big wild.
Pick up your
event.
tickets. We'll be there doing interviews.
They've
So
actually
if you
got
would
some,
like to be interviewed and tell us what you think about Frightmare, hit us up. We'd love to
They-
talk to you.
They are doing some world premiere screenings of
Mm-hmm.
various horror movies that will be shown there for the first time. More information on their Facebook page on that. So,
They've got a lot of great events and a lot of great people, a lot of great guests.
you know, I feel like JENN O is still here because
Yeah,
she-
no.
I know she's oddly in her spot.
Right,
yeah, in that wide shot. There we go. You're still here, Jen.
Yeah. Still hanging out.
She's a cool performer.
She's amazing.
All right. So David Fletcher writes for the Dallas Observer. And you need to go to DallasObserver.com and just in the search bar, you type
Hey,
in.
there I am. All right. Yeah, that's everything
Oh,
that I've
great.
covered.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, just scroll down.
Scroll down. So you write, you cover local music,
Mostly.
and a lot of punk.
A lot
And-
of mostly punk. Yeah.
And other things, of course.
And stuff that I'm interested in, like that Titus Andronicus show that was Friday night. Did a preview for that. I'm doing a review for it this weekend. So look for that.
Good.
Tomorrow or Tuesday.
Yeah, cool.
With another photo by Carly.
Well, Carly, Carly is our off-camera friend. Are you at most of these events? You're snapping all the good stuff.
He's been dragging me along.
Good.
That's
good.
I'm tired as fuck.
It was great to meet you at Gas Monkey and be down there. I felt like an official cool photographer. I don't always get that pass,
Right.
you know. So, yeah.
It's a great venue, by the way, Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
We love 'em.
That was my. Well, I had been there the day before, but like that past weekend was my first time there, and I was just super impressed
Oh, it's amazing.
by not only the sound, but like the food was also great. We got there early, we ate, and it was amazing. All of that was.
Well, I
Perfect.
like how you don't have to be, you can be kind of higher up. They have different places.
Yeah.
For short girls appreciate the fact that you can kind of stand in the back, stand up, like they have like the little platforms you can stand up on and see the whole show. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
There's
so-
so many
So
options.
how do you get way up there on top? Is that VIP only or?
Yeah, that's VIP.
Okay.
It's VIP.
Okay.
And I think
It-
some of the bands get up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. And obviously, you know.
Or you got to
and-
write for the Observer.
There you go. No, it's fine, man. I mean, no, you be where you need to be, David. That's totally cool, man.
No, he's just curious. It's always
I'm
cool
just
to see people up
curious.
there.
I think, man, if I was a photographer, I'm thinking I want pictures from up there, I want a picture from over this way. You know, so
I don't know. Backstage is always the coolest place to be. right?
okay. So,
So,
totally
inner
badass.
workings of the venues.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, David Fletcher, DallasObserver.com. Find all of your work there, and
Check me out.
You told me Dallas Observer is staying in print, and I like that. I do. I do. You know this, Carly. I like the fact that sometimes I can just take it anywhere and quickly just skim through what's going on fast.
There's only been a couple things that I've written that have made it to the print version, but still.
Does that bug you?
Not really. you know, I think that, you know, times change. I know that, you know, 10 years ago, everything that I wrote would have been in the print version, but, you know, we gotta save paper, and more people are reading online anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I hardly ever get my hands on a print version just because it seems like I'm more in front of a computer than I am in a place where I can actually physically grab a copy.
Right.
He usually gets it though.
You
But
know
he
what?
hogs it. I don't ever get to see it.
After Trump started making all the incendiary comments against print, I subscribed. I started subscribing, and I'm like, I'm going to support print.
We
now.
get a ton of newspapers.
It's
It's true.
I think we need to fight the power.
I think it's great. I think we should get newspapers.
Right, Carly?
Right.
I think
We
people
fight the
need to
power.
keep buying magazines and keep buying newspapers,
Yes.
keep journalism alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had Gore Noir, and that's who did the slime event that you're talking
Yeah.
about, which is a horror magazine.
Yeah,
that's
independently published
in
and
print.
produced in
print
print.
magazine. Look, one thing about a nice, cool magazine is you always can turn to that page you like with the sexy girl on it. And
It is not all about sex. Come on.
okay. All right.
We've covered
Yeah,
this.
that's just like the back 10 pages of the Observer.
I don't make it that far.
Well, okay. So we talk a lot about media.
I mean,
and-
sexy girls are great. I'm not insulting sexy
Okay.
girls at all.
Cool. You're doing.
I'm taking a media class. That's why we just covered
Well, media.
we
and
just covered the
PR?
Well, not PR. The what the fuck is the word I'm looking for of women in advertisement?
exploitation.
No, not even exploitation.
Objectification.
Yes. Objectification. Thank you. Jay keeps shouting words at me. He does this. I mean, Satan keeps shouting words. He does this all the time, and then I can't think. And I'm like, no, not that one. No, not that one. It's not even on target. Yes, the objectification of women in advertising, how they use sex to sell, and how there's other ways to sell items.
You mean like all of this up here?
Yes, exactly like this. But this is actually
Put your
has
finger
the
right
word.
in there.
But this actually has the word fetish in it. It's intended. I mean, we're talking about like the girl, like a sexy girl holding a bottle of water. That's like, why does she have that water? She's not even doing anything. She's just standing there.
She's
in
thirsty,
lingerie.
damn it.
She doesn't even look thirsty.
Sexy girls get thirsty too.
Doesn't even look thirsty. I'm just
Well,
saying I'm more likely to buy a steak that's just like a steak than a sexy girl eating a steak. I don't know why. I'm easily swayed by food. Just put it with food. And I'm just like, I'm down.
Okay.
I don't even
speaking
notice
of that,
anything else in the advertisement. I'm like, man, I could use a steak and it could be for something else entirely. And then I just go buy a fucking steak. Just saying, that's me.
Carly, is there anything we're forgetting we got to cover?
I don't think so.
All right, got it. David, you're all right, all set.
Yeah, I'm good.
When we talk about advertising a steak, and just to get back to that for a second, I don't like when they put a close-up on it and it's right in your face, and I don't know, I just don't like looking at meat real close. And every advertisement has a
I can't
close-up
touch that one
of. Okay.
because that'll sound really bad. No, just everything I say sounds wrong.
Hey, she is shooting a music video tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, for
who?
Don't talk about it.
okay, don't.
I don't know why you're even talking about it.
All right,
It's not even relevant.
Okay, got it.
I don't.
Maybe
Gotcha.
later.
I guess he's running out of material because now he's all like, "Let's talk about Danny and her
have a lot
social
of
media class." And do you have that photo?
All right,
Like, what's
so
going on? And
We
I'm,
got to wrap it up, guys. David, thank you for being here,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
Man,
of
we
It really is
respect you
needed,
a
this
lot.
show.
And
Awesome.
God
Thank
damn,
you for
it's great
coming
to have
on.
you. It's great to have
thank you for
Carly.
supporting local music and getting the
Oh,
word
yeah,
out. It's important.
absolutely.
We love you guys. Yeah,
And
thank
check
you.
out Freaks and Fetish tonight at the church. It's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be a great event. You're going to see
Check
some
it
things
out.
you've never seen before, and you're going to be very impressed and excited.
Thank you to our sound engineer Ziggy, who covers and does everything here.
Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Ziggy.
Right on.
Yep. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, the Corpsepaint Show. Every Sunday we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah. Texas Frightmare Weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs the whole time.
Sure. I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stop and go
Who want to wag their finger at me for being Satan.
The Corpsepaint Show rules!